We have a voicemail number you can call any time of day, 219-2-DAVID-P. A very important issue that I am glad to have the chance to address, vaccine passports. Take a listen to this voicemail.
Hey, David, is anyone of any political clout actually talking about instituting vaccine passports? We keep hearing people being worried that they may require these things, but who's actually going to implement this?
Yeah. Okay. So this is a very important question. Number one, we are increasingly hearing that the United States doesn't plan to institute some kind of a mandatory government level vaccine passport. If individual businesses want to require vaccination, if schools want to require vaccination, if colleges want to require vaccinations, there would be nothing new or unique about that. I had a list of vaccinations I had to have to go to college. It's simply not new or controversial in any way. If the U.S. wants to institute a vaccination requirement for people coming from other countries, there would be nothing controversial about that. And also, if other countries want to say, if you're an American and you want to come do tourism where we are in our country, you need the following vaccines. That already exists. You are required to have a yellow fever vaccine to travel to some South American countries and to some African countries. It's been going on for decades. I didn't hear Don Jr. talking about it or people calling it the mark of the beast or whatever. To go to Saudi Arabia, I believe it's during the Hajj, maybe it's year round. You need a meningococcal vaccine. Okay. I could go on and on. This isn't new. It's not controversial. The term vaccine passport is admittedly a new way to refer to this, but we have had globally, depending on what school you're going to or what country you want to travel to, a whole variety of required vaccines. You don't have to get the vaccine. You're just required to have it if you want to do this thing. Countries will have rules about who can go to their country. That's always been the case. Much the same way that Trump did his majority Muslim country travel ban. He could have done a vaccination requirement, or the State Department could. So this entire issue is completely blown out of proportion. There is nothing controversial here. Proof of vaccination has been around as a requirement for different elements of society, traveling, State Departments, domestically, college, etc., for decades. And this is another one of these creating an issue out of nothing. Listen, if Delta says you need a vaccine to fly and you don't want to get the vaccine, then just don't fly Delta. Figure out some other way to do it. Drive if you can, or fly an airline that doesn't require it. If your kid's college or your college says, here's the list of vaccines, and it now includes the COVID vaccine, wonder to yourself or ask yourself, why is the list now not okay, but it was when it didn't include the COVID-19 vaccine? It's a pathetic distraction. I wish they would stop. They're making themselves look stupid. There's nothing controversial here. We have a great bonus show for you today. China is creating its own digital currency. This is the first major economy that is doing this. We're going to talk about it and the implications. There are more and more calls to boycott, yes, boycott, Beijing's Olympics. And there are also concerns about retaliation from China. And we now have a situation in the United States where 50% of new COVID cases are coming from just 5 U.S. states. Which states are they, and why is it that they are so heavily concentrated in just these 5 states? All very important issues that we will discuss on today's bonus show. 2 ways to get access to the bonus show. Real easy. Become a member at joinpakman.com. The coupon code BETTER21 is available if you want it. Become a patron at patreon.com/David Pakman Show. If you're already a member, you can also become a patron. If you're already a patron, you can also become a member. You are allowed to double dip. For now, that is not against the law, although we're keeping a close eye on it. I will see you on today's bonus show.